Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir.
Smaran Raj?
Smaran Raj.
Raj. From which place you are, Babu?
Sir,
You are from which place?
I am from Hyderabad, sir.
Hyderabad.
Yes.
Achha. Can you tell me what is the quota of reservation for the people who are disabled?
Yes, sir. Sir, I couldn't hear you. Can you please repeat, sir?
What is the percentage of this reserved for disabled people in the society?
Yeah.
For education and also employment?
Sir, I couldn't hear you, sir. Can you please repeat, sir?
Achha. I repeat once again.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
What is the percentage of reservation given to the disabled persons in the society?
Okay. Yes, I could get it.
Education and also employment,
Yes.
even including IAS.
Yes, sir.
There is a reservation.
Yes, sir. Yes, I get it.
What is that?
Yes. It's 4%, sir.
Now 4%.
Yes.
So it's only 3%. Okay, fine. Check it. There is one very important question that can be posed.
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't get
No,
it.
no issue. Achha, what is your specialization, Babu? Em chaduvukunnao?
In chemical engineering, sir. I did bachelor's in chemical engineering.
Correct. Chemical engineering.
Indian Institute of Technology, Madras.
Oh, very good. Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, Chemical Engineering. Telugu, Hindi, English, Maths. Achha, you got very good 10th class. 98% you got it in 12th class.
Yes, in intermediate education.
Very good. Achha, have you seen good number of museums in Hyderabad? Can you list out any one of the good museums?
Yes, sir. I have been to Salajan Museum twice.
Have you seen Nizam Museum?
No, sir. I'm sorry. I did not see.
You have not seen?
No.
You must see that before you go for interview. Okay. It is available here.
Yes.
Okay. And have you heard of this Ramappa temple?
Yes,
in
I
your
have
state?
heard of
What is that? Tell me, what is it?
Yes, it was built under the rulership of Ganapati Deva. And Rachel Rudra was a minister of Ganapati Deva when this temple was constructed. And the temple got its name after the person who constructed it, sir, Ramappa temple. Lord Shiva is the main deity who resides in
Presiding deity. Presiding deity.
Okay.
Presiding deity.
Presiding deity,
Right.
sir.
Next. Have you heard of this World Heritage Structure?
Sir.
Ramappa temple is given the World Heritage Structure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very recent. That's one very generally it pinches the point.
Yes.
Right.
What is the government of India's policy regarding the persons with disabilities?
Yes, sir. The recent most act which was made to facilitate the ease of living for persons with disabilities, the Right to Person with Disability Act in 2016. Sir.
What are the main provisions? Especially, mainly tell me 2-3 things from that.
Yes, sir. Regarding in order to make the life easier for them, the initiative that I can recollect now is the Sugamya Bharat initiative, which was launched in 2017 or 18. I do not. Yes, sir. So the main motto is to make the public places and public offices accessible to the disabled persons, and also, sir, to make the public transport like buses and railway stations at least accessible to them by at least 75% of them accessible.
What about implementation? Is it going well?
Yes, sir. As far as I know, 49% of public offices have become accessible to the disabled, sir, and the implementation part regarding the public transport has not come to up to the mark, sir.
What about the educational opportunities with regard to education? What persons cerebral palsy or what the persons with different disabilities? Government of India is doing anything or only dependent on NGOs only regarding providing educational opportunities?
Yes, sir. Regarding the education also, sir, as far as I know, the reservation has been provided.
No, not regarding reservation. Providing educational opportunities in the sense of separate schools and the bridging for the division.
Yes.
Because they can't mix with normal.
Yes.
That separate schools are established.
Yes.
Only NGOs were depending on NGOs. regarding government is doing something.
Yes. As far as I know, sir, there is no strong framework for the disabled category persons which was made by the government. Sir.
So what do you suggest, any good change for education opportunities regarding?
Mainly regarding the disabled category people, sir, my suggestion would be, sir, firstly they should not feel that they are socially excluded,
Yes.
sir. And also education is an important thing. They should get access to sufficient education, like for example, sir, visually impaired, they should be provided with a mechanism so that they can the education part becomes easier for them. And also, sir, if the education is imparted in the proper way, I feel that even the employment opportunity becomes relatively easier, sir. And upon everything, sir, the behavioral change among the people towards persons with disability is also an important thing which is required in the society, sir.
What about teachers' percentage? Are they properly available for providing imparting education? There
To
is
the
special
disabled.
skills for imparting special skills are required.
Yes.
What about teachers are available properly?
I don't think they are available properly, sir, but recently I could come across a TV channel which in Telangana which offers learning lessons online to the hearing impaired persons.
So if you are administrator,
Yes.
what is your initiative you will do, first initiative for the persons with disabilities for providing imparting education? What is your first step you will do?
Regarding the education part,
Education.
yes. Sir, if you can allow me, can I have a moment to think, sir? Thank you, sir. Regarding the visually impaired category people, sir, I think hearing will be the primary aid for them to pursue education, sir. So firstly I will be segregating the students based on the category of impairment. So because visually impaired people will be requiring different kind of mechanism, and similarly the hearing impaired, and I feel that the locomotor disabled category will be requiring relatively lesser assistance in terms of sitting and listening to the classes, sir. So I feel that relatively special assistance might be required for the visually and hearing impaired, sir. Because, sir, regarding the hearing impaired children, it might be difficult for them to comprehend what we are saying. So it requires us, the teacher, to communicate through actions. So teaching specialization is required in that aspect, sir. So firstly, in that scenario, to recruiting recruiting the suitable tutors is important, sir. And I feel that this would apply for the visually impaired category also, sir.
What about, same thing, he asked the question about education. What about employment? At the district level or collector?
Yes.
Correct? How to give employment to all these people? What you will do?
Yes, sir. Please give me a moment, sir.
Yeah?
Please give me a moment to think.
Oh, fine.
Yes.
Take, why 1 moment, take 2 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Tell.
In the similar lines, as in the employment opportunities are the reservation in the employment opportunities are given to the disabled category in the union level. I would like to try and implement similar level initiatives to ensure that the disabled get opportunities in employment in this particular fields in which they will be efficient and also more comfortable to perform the work.
I tell you, for having 100 vacancies
Yes.
of disabled people, you have to produce a certificate for these 100 people first.
Okay.
This is very difficult to get the certificates from the doctors on disability. Depending upon the disability, you have to provide employment. First of all, you have to tackle that problem of giving a certificate to these people by putting all the doctors who are in charge of either చెవువాడు కన్నువాడు ముక్కువాడు మూతువాడు అందరిని కూర్చోబెట్టి వాళ్ళందరికీ సర్టిఫికేట్స్ ఇప్పించి తెలుగు
Yes, sir.
తెలుగు సర్టిఫికేట్స్ ఇప్పించిన తర్వాత then you try to call for interviews, then you can give employment, which has been done. I have done as Collector Guntur At a time, I have appointed 130 people one day.
Yes.
First of all, I provided the certificates. These doctors will not give so easily. I think you,
Yes, sir.
you study that aspect.
Yes, sir, I
The
have
doctors will
experienced.
create, any doctors here, I think they will create a problem in this call. The doctors will never give the certificate so easily.
Yes.
I think that type of thing has to be tackled. You please study that aspect. That can be explained first. And then, once a certificate is given, automatically you try to call for the interviews, automatically they will get selected.
Yes.
Fill up 100 fellows this year, next year. Right.
Smaran,
Yes.
what is the capital of Tanzania?
Tanzania. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not able.
Okay. What is the difference between horizontal and vertical reservation?
Horizontal reservation is in
Resolution.
Reservations.
reservation. So, in horizontal reservation, reservation will be provided for different categories, sir. Like for example, the general or unreserved categories and OBC, SC, ST. And vertical reservation is the reservation is a sub reservation in the particular categories.
So for the disabilities, reservation is which form of reservation it is? For the persons with disabilities.
It includes both, sir.
Horizontal and vertical
Yes.
reservation. You're sure?
Yes.
Don't you think there is a lot of brain drain still going on from IITs? People study at the taxpayers' expense in IITs and then they go to the US or UK or Australia, settle there, become citizens there, and whatever the money that we have spent on them is ultimately not coming back to the country because they are settling down there. That is the main problem. Don't you think it's still existent?
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, I feel that the problem is existing to an extent, sir. However, it depends on us to ensure or capitalize on the existing situation, sir. For example, recently the organized Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, which can be used to our advantage, like wherein meetings can be conducted between the Indians who are residing in different countries, who can be used to ensure that we get sufficient FDIs, or also, and they can also be used to market the products which are made in India, sir. Yes, sir, this is what I feel.
Okay. So you are saying that basically Pravasi Bharati, in order to get something back from them, you are inviting them and government has organized a summit or something of that sort, and you are requesting them to invest in India. But how much is actually it manifesting as investment? Are you aware of it? When these summits are conducted, investments are committed by different people. But how much it actually is on the ground, it is reflecting. Do you think there is any gap, and if there is a gap, how do we bridge it?
So in case of the gaps, what I personally feel is that we need not directly ask them to invest by ensuring that the sufficient interaction happens, so that the foreign residents who have Indian origin will conduct effective interactions or talks, so that the governments or the foreign capitalists or the foreign governments will be willing to invest in Indian companies and technologies.
What is the primary difference between the 1995 Disabilities Act and the 2016 Disabilities Act?
Yes, sir.
Why was there a need to enact a completely different legislation altogether? Not just amend the old one.
So the primary difference I could recall is that the earlier act had only 7 different categories of disabilities, and the newly enacted 2016 act incorporates 21 kinds of disabilities.
And is there any change of philosophy, government's philosophy towards disabilities?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I will.
95 Act primarily treats disability as centric to the person. Okay. Whereas 2016 Act deals with it as if, society is causing barriers to it. Social barriers are the main concerns for a person to feel his disability. If certain social barriers are not there, then the person may not feel the disability. Okay. In order to overcome that, the whole act has been enacted, and there are several other concepts also that you can go through, and it's very important.
Thank you, sir.
And capital of Tanzania is Dodoma, right?
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay.
We can write, somebody note down and we can. Acha.
Yeah, couple of questions. Usage of ethanol,
Yes.
in the biodiesel or petroleum products. Why it is not picking up so fast in India?
Sir, please give me a moment to think. Sir, the ethanol usage will require a sufficient amount of technology to incorporate to achieve the goal of 20% ethanol in usage of fuels. Sir. And also, sir, it is a bit costlier process to produce the biofuel which incorporates ethanol to an extent. So though it is an environment friendly way when compared to using complete petrol, 100% petrol, I feel that this ethanol, including ethanol, might be relatively costlier, which is what is acting as an obstacle to moving towards 20% ethanol.
We can discuss this actually separately. That is something different. But tell me one thing.
Yes.
Do you think that Russia is going to use chemical weapons on Ukraine in this war? Are you following the war?
Yes, sir, sure. Sir.
Ah.
As far as I know, Russia did not declare that it has used any chemical weapons against Ukraine. Sir. So, as per the official sources, Russia has not used any chemical weapons. However,
Do you think they have? They have the weapons? Chemical weapons? Some cyanide gases.
Are they threatening?
Any recent instances of use of chemical weapons?
instances, yes, sir, actually Ukraine has accused Russia that it has used chemical weapons
In?
Ukraine.
Haven't they used it in Syria earlier?
Or Iran, Iraq?
Iran, Iraq.
As far as I know, they have used against the Russian President Vladimir Putin has used it against the opposition leader Alexei Navalny.
Do you think that they have the weapons? First of all?
Yes.
Russia, do they have the weapons?
Yes.
As far as the official sources, they haven't declared that they have any.
No, they have declared. In the Chemical Weapons Convention,
Yes.
in the Chemical Weapons Convention, they have declared stockpiles.
They have.
So much of stockpiles in Russia. Are they going to use? Of course, we will see in next few days.
So far they have not used, I believe.
Last question, actually. What do you like? What did you like in IIT Chennai other than your studies?
Yes, sir. Firstly, the green cover, sir, and the hostel life, of course. Actually, the friendly environment and also the interactions which we used to get with our seniors. And also, sir, I could develop an extent of leadership responsibilities when I was the social secretary of my hostel.
Oh,
Apart from academics, that is what I could achieve, I feel, being a part of IIT.
wonderful.
Professor?
Yeah, you tell me, since you have done your graduation from chemical technology, can you please tell us, treating me as a layman, can you tell us what is the importance of chemical technology or chemistry in a human life?
Yes, sir. So basically, the work that is done by chemical engineering is to optimize or maximize the rate of a chemical reaction, so that it will be helpful for the industrial operations, so that the result, like for example purifying the crude oil, also it can be used in manufacturing of APIs or producing the pharmaceutical objects. So the basic job of chemical engineering is to optimize the process and obtain efficient results in this process. Like
For that matter, do you have any idea Hyderabad is famous for which sort of drugs manufacturing? Oh, sorry, which kind of chemical manufacturing?
it is famous for pharmaceuticals, sir. Recently, the organization called Biological E has started it has manufactured Corbevax and they have been supplied to students of age group 12 to 14.
Very good. What are the other companies which are manufacturing this?
In Hyderabad, sir.
Yes.
Dr. Reddy's and Aurobindo Pharmaceuticals Limited.
And which is the company which is producing same drug in Pune?
Corbevax, sir. Sir, no, I am asking if you are asking about Corbevax drugs, sir.
No. I am asking which is the company which is manufacturing corona medicine from Pune. What is the brand name of the medicine?
Please give me a moment, sir. It's Covishield, sir. Pune, I think it is Serum Institute of India.
Yes. Now another question is that when you have rightly answered about Hyderabad is famous for manufacturing of drugs.
Yes.
Pharma.
Yes, processing API.
Actually. Then please tell me about Pune's famous. Pune is famous for which sort of chemicals? Organic or inorganic?
Sir, I am not aware of it. I will just go and read about it, sir.
Right. Okay. Fine. It is inorganic.
Right, Babu. Mr. Raz, okay, you have given all the answers for the questions given by the board members here. Very happy. Our level of interaction is good. Basically, when you don't know, you are telling very frankly, I don't know. That is a good character. Okay, your body language is good, and keep it up, and try to answer with courage. You are doing it.
Very good.
You are certainly doing it, and either the question from the professor or from the administrator or from another administrator or businessman, whatever it is. Good. Keep it up. And one more very important thing for you would be, say about the disability part and all that. You must study.
Yes, sir.
You must acquire knowledge. Maybe 1 month time you are having for interview.
Yes,
when
sir.
your interview?
It's on 20th April, sir.
20th April. Fine. Maybe with the little time you have,
Yes.
you concentrate on that. What our friend has mentioned.
You need to
about
really
various
focus
acts.
on that.
Focus on
మొత్తం చదవాలి మీకు అర్థం
మొత్తం బాగా చదవాలి. ఆ యాక్ట్స్, ఆ రెగ్యులేషన్స్, ఆ పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ రిజర్వేషన్స్,
Benchmark disabilities.
డిజబిలిటీస్ అంటే ఏది డిజబిలిటీ ఈజ్ ఫర్ ఐస్, ఇయర్స్, నోస్, మౌత్, టీత్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. వన్ టీత్ ఈజ్ లాస్ట్, ఈజ్ ఎ డిజబిలిటీ ఆర్ నాట్? వన్ టీత్ ఈజ్ లాస్ట్, డిజబిలిటీ ఆర్ నాట్? One fellow lost the teeth, whether disabled or not.
I think he will not be considered as disabled.
Why?
It should be 40%.
Yes, 40% are
40%.
There exactly. My point is, that's why you study that part
Yes,
of it, okay?
Definition of benchmark disabilities for
Have you
disabilities.
seen Attavarintikki Daredi? Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
How problem? That's why I have lost all the teeth. He'll produce a certificate at the end. And produces it, I am having physical disability, receive a lot of certificate, and also government is giving concession for that. Just only to telling in a jocular manner. Fine, good. The other people can.
Good performance.
Good performance, keep it up.
Very pleasant, I should say.
Yes.
The whole interview has been very pleasant.
Very pleasant.
Nobody, I think, even if you know or don't know the answer, you will leave the board with a very pleasant impression.
Impression, yes.
Very good, very good. You definitely do well in the interview also. Keep up the same thing, but knowledge-wise, you need to really improve.
Yes.
ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫారెన్ కి వెళ్తున్నా కానీ అందరు సిటిజన్స్ అవ్వరు కదా. ఫారెన్ రెమిటెన్సెస్ ఆర్ మేజర్ కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఫర్ ఫారెన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్. మన వాట్ ఈస్ ద డెఫిసిట్, కరెంట్ అకౌంట్ డెఫిసిట్ తగ్గించేది కూడా ఫారెన్ రెమిటెన్సెస్ ప్లే వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రోల్.
Yes.
సో యూ నీడ్ టు టెల్ ఆన్ దోస్ లైన్స్ ఆల్సో. ఇట్స్ అ వెరీ క్లియర్ కట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. కరెంట్ అకౌంట్ డెఫిసిట్ ఇవన్నీ మనం రెగ్యులర్ చదువుతుంటాం కాబట్టి ఫారెన్ రెమిటెన్సెస్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పార్ట్స్. ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ దే ఫార్మ్ 80% ఆఫ్ ది ఫారెన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ దట్ ఫ్లోస్ ఇన్ టు ద కంట్రీ. As far as I remember, back in 2015-16, that was the case when I was preparing. I hope that is the same thing even now. So, మీ నాలెడ్జ్ వైజ్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి యూనిట్ టు రియలీ ఫోకస్. వచ్చే 1 week 2 weeks లో మీరు గట్టిగా యూనిట్ ఫోకస్ అండ్ బ్రష్ అప్ చేసుకోవాలి, ఎస్పెషల్లీ రిలేటెడ్ టు
Disability మీద కాన్సంట్రేట్.
Sure.
Your expression is good, decent, and moreover we feel very comfortable.
Yes.
We are very comfortable with you.
Thank you, sir.
very pleasant kind of
Very disposition, yes.
ఇంకొక మంచి లక్షణం ఏంటంటే when you are asking for a pass.
Yes.
One
Yes.
moment అని చెప్పాడు.
One moment, yes.
అది in a way you are making minds of the members around.
Yes,
You are allowing us.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
Also, we are inclined to give the time to you.
Thank you.
Nobody refuses time, you know. You ask time at least 6 to 7 times.
అది అడగకుండా మీరు చెప్తుంటే కొంచెం ఇలా
Yes.
కొంచెం రెస్ట్లెస్ అవుతారు.
Yes. అది కొంచెం మరి మీకు టెన్షన్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది అనమాట.
Yes.
Keep it up.
చాలా బాగుందండి. కీప్ ఇట్.
ఆయన ప్రొఫెసర్గా చెప్తున్నాడు, ఆయన మాస్టర్ కాబట్టి ఆయన చెప్తున్నాడు. హీ కెన్ సీ ఫ్రమ్ ది ఫేస్. ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో టీచర్ ఫర్ లాంగ్ టైం.
అంటే
ఫేస్
కరెక్ట్ సార్, ఎందుకంటే ఇది అడగకుండా
Ah.
ఆయన ఆలోచన ఉంటే వేరే నెక్స్ట్
క్వశ్చన్కి వెళ్ళిపోతాడు.
అది రెస్ట్లెస్ గా ఫీల్
వెయిట్ ఫర్ ఎ వైల్, లెట్ మీ థింక్.
అది మీరు అన్నారు కాబట్టి
Nothing wrong.
మీరు చెప్పదే వీళ్ళు ఆగుతారు
కాదు బాబు, వెయిట్ ఫర్ ఎ వైల్, లెట్ మీ థింక్
అని.
అండ్ ఆన్సర్ యూ.
అదే సార్ ఎవరు
So many and several fellows are here posing so many questions you have to answer.
ఒకరు కాకపోతే ఒకరు అడగడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉంటారు. మీరు అడగకపోతే ఆ పాస్ కోసం అడగకపోతే ఇంకొక రెడీగా క్వశ్చన్
రెడీగా క్వశ్చన్ చేస్తుంటాడు.
అది మిమ్మల్ని ఇంకా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ లో నెట్టేస్తుంది.
Yes, yes, yes.
ఏం లేదు, ధైర్యంగా చెప్పినాయన. బట్ యాక్చువల్గా యాజ్ రైట్లీ అబ్జర్వ్ బై ఫ్రెండ్, కొంత ఈ టైంలో యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకొని
సర్వీస్ అయితే వస్తుంది అని గ్యారంటీ ఉంటుంది పేరు, కాకపోతే ఇంకా ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ అయ్యి మంచి ర్యాంక్ రావాలంటే చెప్తున్నాము. ఏం లేదు, ఇప్పుడు నేను అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ అడిగినా కదా, ఇంకా ఏం చేస్తారు ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్కి అని చెప్పి అక్కడ కొంచెం ఇన్నోవేటివ్గా మీకు తెలుసు ప్రాబ్లం, ఎందుకంటే యూ నో బెటర్ దెన్ కంపేర్ టు నార్మల్ పీపుల్. చెప్పగలుగుతాను కానీ ఎన్జిఓని అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ అంటే గవర్నమెంట్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నా ఎన్జిఓస్ మీద డిపెండెంట్ అని మీకు తెలుసు ఆన్సర్ ఉన్నట్టుగా చెప్పండి. ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ తీసుకోండి, యూ విల్ గెట్ 100%. కాకపోతే 100% నేమ్ విల్ అపియర్. కాకపోతే ఐఏఎస్ అది కొంచెం ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసి కొంచెం ఐఏఎస్ 100% వస్తుంది.
కొంచెం
నాలెడ్జ్ మాత్రం బ్రష్ అప్ చేసుకోవాలి.
రైట్ బాబు, ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ టైం.
కనబడుతుంది.